Welcome to the Dre Way. We are just 6 days away until we have a brand new president. And I've got a huge show for you today, so don't go anywhere and make sure you hit the subscribe button. Yeah, it's right down there. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button and let's get started. We got a big show. Let's go. Welcome to the Dre Way. My goodness, 6 days away until Trump becomes president. 6 days away until the worst economy ever in the history of America becomes suddenly the best. Yeah, watch how fast it goes from being the worst economy ever to the best economy ever. Yeah, and I wish I was joking, but I am not. I am not joking. That's exactly how it will be pitched to us. And I want to give you some facts. I want to give you some data because I want you to be, after watching the Dre Way, I want you to walk around going, I feel so much smarter. I feel so much more knowledgeable now that I've listened to the Dre Way. So let me give you some facts. Here's fact number one. Joe Biden, for the last 4 years, his job numbers, his added jobs to the economy, what is his total after 4 years? 16.6 million jobs have been added in just 4 years under Joe Biden. 16.6 million. You can look it up. It's a fact. It's a fact. You can't deny it. It's in all the data. It's a fact. Okay? 16.6 million. Now, I'm going to give you another fact. Here's another fact. Donald Trump, 4 years, what was his job growth? Biden's was 16.6 million. What was Trump's over 4 years? Take a guess. Just take a guess. Because it wasn't 16 million. It wasn't 12 million. It wasn't 8 million. It wasn't 3 million. He lost. Watch me say it again. He lost 3 million jobs over a 4-year period. Yeah. Even if you take his very best year, which was 2018, yeah, Obama's last 3 years were better than Trump's best year. Yeah, the last 3 years of Obama were better than Trump's best year. So 16.6 million for Biden, minus 3 million for Trump. And that's what we're walking into. That's what we're going to be heading into in just 6 days. Yeah, that's what's coming. That job record is coming to the United States again in just 6 days. So what do you expect? I'm telling you what I expect right now, because last time Trump had 8-year Obama record. 8 years Obama was able to take the disaster from Bush, the absolute collapse of the economy from Bush, and turn it around over 8 years. And we had 8 years of prosperity thanks to Obama. Like it or not, that's the fact, okay? And here, Donald Trump took over for Obama after those 8 years of prosperity. And all Donald Trump had to do was not mess it up. But yeah, he couldn't help himself. He messed it up, and we ended up losing millions of jobs. Now, this time, he takes over again for a Democrat that did extremely well. Number one in the world. Our economy is number one in the world. How are you going to improve upon that? You can't. He can't. He certainly can't. But is it perfect? No. No, things aren't perfect. There's more to go because Biden only had 4 years to fix the dumpster fire that Trump handed over to him. That's it, just 4 years. This economy is not where we need it to be yet. We still need to keep growing. Even though inflation is down, job numbers are up, unemployment is way down, we have the best economy in the world. but it's only 4 years. He's not being handed over an 8-year economy by Obama. He's being handed over a 4-year, very good economy by GDP, by any number you want to measure it by. He's being handed a good economy from Biden, but it's only been 4 years of repair, not 8 years. So you know what that means? It means Donald Trump can mess the whole thing up even quicker this time. And that is exactly what I expect him to do. I expect him to cause a recession because his policies are recessionary. His policies of wanting to deport cheap labor, recessionary. His policy of tariffs, recessionary. His policy of cutting taxes for rich people, recessionary. He is not a jobs president. He is a jobs killing president. And that's exactly what I expect him to do. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button. Don't forget, I'm trying to get to 100,000 and I need your help. Thanks for sticking around to the Dre Way. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. Let me know what you think in the comments. Am I right? Am I wrong? I think I'm right. I think Donald Trump is a jobs killer. But let me know what you think in the comments and stay right there. We got more Dre Way to come. What's hot and in the news? What's hot and in the news is they've now put forth a bill to save TikTok. Yeah, somebody's actually starting to get the message that, yeah, if you get rid of TikTok, you're going to put millions of people out of work. You're going to devastate millions of people, and those millions of people vote. And it's probably a really bad idea. And that whole thing about protecting us from China, literally what's happened over the last 48 hours is hundreds of thousands of TikTokers have gone over directly to China to RedNote. RedNote, Redbook, whatever you want to call it, they have moved over to a Chinese platform and said, yeah, here's my data. I don't care. I just want to be in community. I mean, right now we literally have Americans learning Mandarin. Yeah, and they're helping them. We're helping them speak English and they're helping us speak Mandarin. So what is it you think you're going to achieve, Supreme Court? What is it you think you're going to do? What is it you think you're going to achieve? To the House and Senate, what are you trying to achieve? To the like I said, to the Supreme Court, what are you doing now? Have you listened to what I've just said? Hundreds of thousands have gone over to RedNote and are now directly on a Chinese platform learning Mandarin. And people are enjoying the platform. So what are we doing here? You want to block that one too? And then another one, and then another one, and then another one? That's what we're going to do in America? We're just going to start blocking all these apps so people can't communicate? And you say it's not about limiting free speech? Bullshit. Bullshit. Sorry. Got to call it what it is. Bullshit. You're after speech. You're after community. And what are you going to do now? You're gonna even if you go after TikTok and close it down, are you going to go close down Red Door? And then what are you going to close down next? After that. It becomes apparent you're just trying to stifle speech. Any way you want to look at it. It looks like that, it feels like that, it tastes like that, so it must be that. And that's America's about? Curbing speech? Is that what we're supposed to start doing here in America? Yeah, this is all, guys, if you haven't heard, if you're not on TikTok and you haven't heard about this, I'm not even joking. Hundreds of thousands of people have said, okay, you're going to cut us off on TikTok? Then we're going to go to the Chinese platform where they speak Mandarin, and already RedNote or Red Door, whatever, or Redbook, whatever you want to call it, has had the CEO say, hey, Americans, welcome. And they've already done changes in the platform to make it more English so that you can go around the thing easier. They did it in a couple of days like that. And now Americans are flocking to a Chinese platform that is directly a Chinese platform. TikTok's an American company, but make no mistake, They're signing up to a very, 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 very Chinese platform. And that's the news. That's what's going on right now. And you should be aware of it. And it should tell you about how ridiculous it is that we're still talking about banning apps. Yeah, we're better than that. We're America. We don't need to ban anything. You know, we have what's called freedom. At least we're supposed to. So banning an app, yeah, that's just plain silly. Let me know what you think in the comments. I can't wait to see. But if you haven't heard this, in droves, people are moving from TikTok over to RedNote. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't go anywhere. I got a final thought. Don't go anywhere. I know some of you are upset. I know. Some of you just cannot stand the thought that Donald Trump is going to be in office for the next 4 years in 6 days. 4 years in 6 days. Yeah, and I'm going to be doing the countdown right here with you because 6, tomorrow's 5, then 4, then 3, and then before you know it, we're going to be here, and all chaos is going to come unglued because let's face facts. Donald Trump and the people he has surrounded himself with have no idea what they are doing. But let me make something perfectly clear. I am going to hold their foot to the fire. You are going to be able to come here and get factual information. All right? Yes. Do I lean to the left? Absolutely. Yes, I do. But I'm also able, I want you to understand, I am not rooting against Donald Trump, even though I dislike him with every inch of my bone, because I've disliked him for 40 years. I think he's been a con man for 40 years. But when you take over the reins of the United States, I am not rooting against you. I'm not. I want you to succeed. Do I expect it? No. I'll be the first one to tell you. But if Donald Trump does something good somehow, I will point it out. I will certainly say, hey, Donald Trump, good job. I'm glad this is happening. What do I expect to say that about? I have no idea, because he hasn't given us one positive message yet. One positive thing that he wants to do. If you know what it is, put it down in the comments, because I have no idea. I haven't the foggiest idea of what he wants to do positive. If you do, let me know, because other than cut taxes for rich people, yeah, I haven't heard him talk about building new railways or new bridges or new airports or increasing Social Security or Medicare. I haven't heard anything building or making something better at all. If you have, let me know. But Republicans don't typically do that. You know, and that's why the country kind of stalls. Why other countries are building and progressing and have trains that make ours look laughable. Why that's happening around the world is because we keep setting ourselves back every 4 or 8 years. Every few years, we don't think Democrats are doing good enough, so we go, oh, let Republicans have a chance. And you guys put Republicans in office, and it's a disaster. They end up going to jail. We end up going into a huge recession. Every time we put Democrats in the White House, we take 2 steps forward. And every time we put a Republican in the White House, we take a step back. So it's hard to really get going forward and get going where this country needs to go when Republicans keep taking us a step back. And it couldn't be more pivotal now, because I've said this to you guys. I've said it 1,000 times. I'll say it 1,000 more times. The changes you are going to see in 2025 are going to be massive as far as what AI is going to do to this country and to our lives over the next 12 months is going to be staggering. It's going to blow your mind, because AI is getting smarter and smarter and smarter by the day. And it's not a slow progression, it's a very fast progression. So as smart as AI is today, by the end of the year, it's going to be up here. And that's going to keep increasing. Think about that. We're going to have something around that is much, much smarter than us. And what that means for this country and for the world, I'm not being hyperbolic. We simply don't know. We simply don't know. But one thing I do know is I'll be giving you all the facts and all the information. And yes, when Donald Trump messes up, I'll say he messed up again. Hopefully he does some good things and I can say, hey, good job, Donald Trump. We'll see. Keep coming to the Dre Way. I hope you enjoy the show. Have a wonderful day today. I'm going to be taking off. I got things to do today with my father, and I can't wait to do them. I got to get my son to school first, and then I'm going to be hanging out with my dad. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for coming to the Dre Way. The Dre Way is each and every day, and it's made better because of you and your comments. Keep posting comments, and keep checking out the Dre Way. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the button. I got to get to 100,000, and I need your help. We'll see you tomorrow on the Dre Way. Have a good day, everybody.